Welcome to the high-stakes arena of the AM Company livestream, where the lighting is brighter than your future, and the air is thick, with the scent of digital desperation. We start with 5 ladies lined up like a tactical unit of charisma, ready to launch a coordinated assault on your wallet. Notice the diversity in the ranks, from the innocent white dress to the ready, for busyness black silk stockings, all standing against a background that looks like a supernova just exploded in a corporate office. And we are off with the legendary 7-Up routine, a song that asks you to set them up, while they systematically knock you down with perfectly synchronized hip swivels. The camera is doing more work than a caffeinated intern. Cutting and zooming, like it's trying to find the meaning of life in a dance move. Meanwhile, the hype man in the back is screaming like he's just won the lottery. Or perhaps he has just seen the donation leaderboard. Look at the seat position switching between the black and white outfits. It's like a high-speed chess game where every move is a hair flip, and the prize is a mountain of digital hearts and star balloons. The live ticker at the bottom is scrolling faster than my regrets, showing a constant stream of viewers who are clearly neglecting their laundry to watch this masterclass in rhythmic persuasion. Now the spotlight narrows down to our first soloist in a gray-blue cardigan, performing against a pink heart wall that is almost too sweet for the sheer aggression of her dance moves. She's giving us the full girl next door who secretly runs a dance empire by alternating between fixing her hair and making intense eye contact with the lens that says, "I know you haven't done your homework." The electronic beat is hammering away at a tempo that would give a hummingbird a heart attack. But she doesn't miss a single beat, proving that her internal clock is precision. Tuned by the gods of K-pop, the background voice is back at it again, thanking people for gifts with the enthusiasm of a man who just discovered fire, while she continues to twist and turn in a way that makes my spine ache just watching. Transitioning to the white sundress aesthetic, because apparently, we needed a moment of purity before the next bass drop. She's in the center of a pastel pink dreamscape, flanked by her fellow dancers, who are currently in standby mode, probably wondering if they left the stove on. This solo is all about the flow, with the low-angle camera making her look like a giant of the dance floor. The heavy bass is kicking in now, turning the atmosphere from a garden party to a club basement in approximately 3 seconds. You can hear the whistles and applause from the live audience, or maybe it's just the sound of the internet collectively gasping as she nails every syncopated movement with the grace of a gazelle on a mission. Now things are getting serious as we hit the floor. We've got the mesh top and tight pants combo, kneeling on a glowing LED floor that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. This is the floor work phase, where core strength meets maximum visual impact. The camera angle shifts to a top-down view to make sure you don't miss the geometry of the movement. It's powerful, it's intense, and the sound of her knees hitting the floor is perfectly timed with the heavy EDM thuds. This isn't just a dance, it's an athletic feat disguised as entertainment, performed in a blur of neon and grit. Back to the fan favorite for the 02 challenge, the dance that launched 1,000 memes, and probably a few divorce settlements. The lighting has shifted to a menacing red and pink, signaling that we are entering the high-efficiency zone of the stream. There's a progress bar at the top saying 50% contribution, which is basically the streamer's way of saying, "We're halfway to a new car, keep those gifts coming." The repetitive nature of the hip sway is hypnotic, designed by scientists in a lab to keep human eyes glued to a screen for hours on end without blinking. It's simple, it's effective, and it's currently the most valuable currency on the platform. If one dancer wasn't enough for you, how about 3? The editor has discovered the split screen effect, giving us a triple dose of the 02 rhythm. It's like a kaleidoscopic mirror where every move is multiplied, creating a wall of rhythmic motion that is impossible to escape. The digital gift sound effects are popping off like a slot machine, hitting the jackpot, adding a layer of auditory dopamine to the visual feast. Hands behind the head, hips moving in a perfect figure. 8. This is the peak of the livestream era, where the content is a loop, and the audience is a captive participant in the cycle of one more song. Suddenly, the screen is invaded by blue geometric cubes, because why not? The VFX team decided to go full cyber dance as the music reaches a fever pitch. The dancer is staring down the barrel of the lens with a level of confidence that can only be achieved by someone who knows they are currently being watched by thousands of people. The light pillars are sweeping across the stage, like a search party, looking for someone who isn't dancing, and the synthesizer is climbing up the scales like it's trying to reach orbit. This is the climax, the moment where the music, the lights, and the graphics all collide into a singular point of sensory overload. And just like that, the chaos subsides into a field of pink flowers. The transition from techno, nightmare to spring meadow is jarring. But she pulls it off with a bow and a heart gesture. The mission is complete, 100% contribution reached, and the bank account of the AM company is looking healthy. She's thanking everyone in a voice that's 50% gratitude and 50% I need a glass of water. It's the classic wind down, the afterglow of a successful performance, where the gifts are acknowledged and the hearts are blown to the camera like confetti. But don't get too comfortable, because in the world of live streaming, the next beat is always just around the corner. Wait, I spoke too soon. The red lights are back, and so is the smoke machine, because apparently, we haven't reached the legal limit for body waves today. She's back on the floor, doing things with her torso that seem to defy the laws of physics. The drum beats are so heavy they probably have their own gravitational pull, and the low-angle shot is emphasizing the sheer tension of the performance. This is the body wave segment, a masterclass in muscular control and dramatic timing. It's moody, it's atmospheric, and it's a sharp contrast to the flowery bow we just saw, proving that a professional streamer must be a master of all moods. Now for a palette cleanser, the Blue Valentine. We've swapped the smoke for a serene blue sky and the mesh for a white sundress. She's spinning like a ballerina who got lost in an EDM festival, her skirt fluttering in the artificial breeze. The narrator is back, sounding genuinely impressed by the aesthetic shift. It's light, it's airy, and it's the kind of content that makes you forget you've been staring at a screen for the last 4 minutes. It's the visual equivalent of a cool glass of water after a spicy meal, providing a brief moment of pretty before we dive back into the heavy rhythms. A new challenger enters the ring. A dancer in a sleek black off, the shoulder dress is walking toward the camera with a stride that says she owns the building, the camera, and the internet itself. The purple and pink lighting is creating a dreamlike haze, but her focus is sharp as a razor. The beat is building up again, faster and more aggressive, matching her confident approach. This is the introduction of a new chapter, a fresh face to keep the audience from clicking away, ensuring that the momentum of the stream never drops for even a second. We are now at the Pink Lady segment, where the background is literally a giant heart. The core dancer is center stage, leading a group of her peers who are watching from the wings, like a panel of highly fashion-conscious judges. This is hip-hop, with a feminine twist, lots of arm extensions, and sharp hip rotations that require the kind of timing you'd find in a Swiss watch. The 128 BPM synthesizer pop is driving the energy, and you can almost hear the rustle of her dress as she moves. It's a high-energy display of dominance, showing exactly why she's the centerpiece of this particular routine. The wardrobe department is working overtime today. Now she is in a light blue ensemble, leading the group in a high-octane synchronized dance. The lighting has turned to a cold, clinical blue, with pillars of white light shooting up like they're trying to signal a UFO. The energy here is different. It is about the power of the group, the collective movement of several people hitting the same beat at the exact same millisecond. The live chat at the top is a blur of Korean characters, likely debating whether the blue lighting is better than the red, while the cheers from the background suggest the whales in the audience are very happy with this development. Shift gears again. We've got a short-haired dancer in a gray one-shoulder dress. moving against a backdrop of twinkling stars. This is the elegant diva portion of the evening. Her movements are more about the curve and the flow, less about the aggression of hip-hop and more about the allure of the silhouette. The music has shifted to a harder drum beat, creating a fascinating contrast between the delicate hand gestures and the punishing rhythm. The camera is pushing and pulling, trying to keep up with her pivots and turns, capturing the grace of a performer who knows exactly how to work every angle of her frame. Enter the call of muse, because every livestream needs a bit of high-concept art titles. Now in a gray knit cardigan and black skirt, she's giving us a performance that feels more like modern dance. The lighting is cycling through pinks and blues, like a confused sunset, and the melody has turned airy and ethereal. It's a moment of tension and release, where the movements are slow and deliberate, showing that these dancers aren't just about speed, but also about the dramatic weight of a single gesture against a digital backdrop. Time to head back to the floor, but this time with a mirrored and finished ground and a dusting of glitter. The red lights give it a dangerous vibe as she goes into heights and difficulty floor work. You can actually hear the glitter crunching under her movements. Talk about immersive audio. She's wearing a black Lodzen outfit and stockings, a look that says I have a gala at 8, but a dance battle at 9. The music has dropped into a heavy bass drop territory, and she's using the reflective floor to create a double image of every movement, making the entire scene look like a high-end budget music video filmed in a very expensive basement. The frequency is turning up. We're witnessing what can only be described as a high-frequency vibration of the upper body, set against strobe lights that would probably trigger a warning label on any other platform. The text in the corner reminds us that this is the Jinri Company Queen, and she is certainly defending her title with this level of intensity. The synthesizer has become sharp and piercing, pushing the energy levels into the red zone. It's a display of pure, unadulterated stamina, where the dancer becomes a blur of purple and pink light, leaving the audience wondering how she hasn't collapsed from exhaustion yet. A brief moment of silence, or at least the digital equivalent. She's standing center stage, holding a microphone in a dark room with the word terminal glowing behind her. It's like the calm before the final storm, a visual reset to let the viewer's eyes recover from the strobe, light assault before the grand finale kicks in, and the VIP four-season stage is officially open. The full team is back, 4 backup dancers, flanking the lead in a display of geometric perfection. The arms are moving in such perfect unison that it looks like a single multi-limbed organism, dancing to the rhythm of pop music. The luxurious stage setting tells you that we've reached the high-tier content reserved for the biggest supporters. It's clean, it's sharp, and it's the kind of professionalism that keeps the AM company at the top of the food chain in the streaming world. Triple the fun, triple the charm. A 3-way split screen of face to see, because we need to see those winks and hearts up close. The background is the explosion of romantic pink with floating petals, and the music has turned sweet enough to cause a cavity. It's the ultimate fan service moment, making every viewer feel like that wink was just for them, even though it was broadcast to 30,000 people simultaneously. Digital intimacy at its finest. Next up, the cyberpunk cake dress. Yes, you heard that right. She's dancing in a pink tiered skirt against a background of neon geometric shapes. It's a mashup of Victorian princess and Blade Runner that shouldn't work, but somehow does. Her hand and hip movements are playful and bouncy, perfectly matching the upbeat K-pop tempo. It's a whimsical, high-energy segment that proves you can be a cyberpunk rebel and still look like you are heading to a debutante ball. Now we transition to the industrial phase. Wearing a black athletic vest, she's performing against a kaleidoscopic background of purple geometry. This is all about raw power and flexibility. The floor moves are aggressive, and the heavy thud of the industrial-style drums adds a sense of weight to every landing. It's a display of aggressive femininity, where the dance is a challenge, and the camera is barely able to keep up with the sheer speed of her transitions from standing to the mirror, finished floor. And now for something completely different, the fan dance. She's wielding a black folding fan with the precision of a martial artist, blending traditional elegance with modern pop. The clack of the fan opening is a percussion instrument in its own right, synchronized perfectly with the Oriental Zan-inspired synth track. It's a wide Zan shot spectacle that uses the entire space of the Pinkyam Boshi, showing that a simple prop can elevate a routine from a dance to a full Zan-blown theatrical performance. As we head toward the finish line, we find ourselves in a minimalist white space. The dancer is in a white gauze skirt, performing a routine that emphasizes the length of her stride and the grace of her rotations. The music has shifted to deep house, steady pulsing, and sophisticated. It's the after-party vibe, where the flashiness is stripped away to focus on the pure movement of the body against a clean linear background. It's elegant, it's modern, and it's the perfect penultimate act for our marathon session. Finally, the curtain call. The whole crew is back together. Some sitting on the sofa, some standing, all waving goodbye to the screen. The blue sky background makes it feel like we're finally stepping outside after 10 hours in a neon basement. The music is fading, replaced by the white noise of a successful stream ending. They bow, they wave, and they leave us with the warm glow of a job well done. And a very empty digital wallet. Until next time. Keep those star balloons ready.